Good afternoon, everybody. It's Matt, aka the Lumberjack Landlord. It is Friday, and we all know what that means. We get the Michael Zuber, and I'm going to say the Michael Zuber from One Rental at a Time. Mike, how's it going? I mean, it's been 24 hours.
It has. The three amigos were back this week. I felt better. It felt like the universe didn't stop or skip a beat. So
it's true.
It was a lot. Those were great. Those great discussions yesterday.
I was just glad to see that Dion isn't programmed to only tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah, yesterday was my day. I was wrong. That's okay. Dion's a Marine. He could say that. That's right.
Yeah, Marine, ex-cop, drives a truck.
Good.
Yeah, cool. Whatever.
Yeah. I'm wrong. Sounds good.
Exactly. Sounds good. Yep. I'm not going to fight you on it.
Nope. I'll just take it. It's okay.
Yep, exactly. So segment one, we wanted to go a little bit off card on this one, just because I think that it's interesting. And I got kind of my first experience with this. And I love sharing first experiences because obviously I have no idea what I'm doing in those first experiences and just trying to kind of field through it. Right.
Yeah.
And so coin op laundry, obviously not a thing that you see in like single family homes.
No, not usually.
Although we may someday.
Yeah, we might. Yeah.
But coin op laundry, right? Not one of those things you see in homes. For me, I don't know about what it's like in Fresno, but for us, our infrastructure here is very old. And so the cost to maintain that is obviously passed on to the citizenry. Therefore, it's expensive for us. Water, sewer, very expensive for us.
Okay.
So one of the things that we look at, like for a typical duplex here, which is like 4 beds on each side, 2 baths.
Oh, wow. Okay.
High density duplexes is a big thing here because they were built in a time when people weren't looking for space. Yeah, they were looking for family, getting it all in one place.
Okay.
But what's interesting is that a typical water sewer bill for a quarter, 3 months, is typically about $400.
Oh, that's not bad.
Not too bad. No.
So that's a duplex.
That's a duplex.
I would say water, sewer, California, I should say Fresno, because that's the only market I know in detail. I would say is easily that, if not a little bit more. It might be $500 that's 3 months. Yeah, I would say probably $500 for me.
Okay, all right, and that's for a single family or for a duplex?
That's a duplex.
Okay, all right. So we're close to the same thing. So
close enough.
The good news is you will suffer with my plight. It's my same exact plight. You understand my plight. So I have the 12 unit that I just bought.
Yeah.
And I had kind of noticed the machines, but I kind of was like, I wonder how much they've been used. And the other guy was such a slumlord that he didn't keep any records. No records.
Of course. Then he does have to report to the IRS. Of course.
Right. So I'm sitting there going, this is kind of crazy. So I have no idea how much volume these things are going to do. No clue.
Okay.
So I said to one of my property guys, I said, hey, when you're over there, please empty it. He's like, You got it. So show up the next day. He takes a picture, sends me a picture. And I go, what is that? And he left me a bag of quarters.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool. And then I go outside and I see how big the bag is. The picture didn't do it justice. And I was like, how am I going to count all these freaking quarters? That was my first thought. And then it was, that's a bunch of money.
Yeah, that's money in that bag.
That's a bunch of money in that. That's money in a bag that just got dropped. This is what I've always wanted. Money, bags of money being dropped at my house automatically. I love that.
I love that.
So then I look at it and I'm like, all right, I got to nerd out a little bit. But before I get to my nerding out, what's been your experience? Because so far I've now owned this building for less than a month, 3 weeks. We emptied it out. So far, no problems with the machines, but what's been your experience with coin op laundry, with adding it kind of as a feature to a building?
So I've had coin op again, kind of a first experience when I went to apartments. I'm crazy. So let's just tell a really funny story, right? Yes. So I had coin operated laundry probably for the last 12 years.
Okay.
For about 7 of those years, what I did is I just took, again, the bags full of money. And this is so stupid. It's embarrassing to admit, but I actually had a large garbage can, like a plastic heavy duty garbage can. And I would just dump the quarters in there.
Okay.
Right. And then it's piling up, right? It was almost full. Right. I'm like, that thing's heavy. Right. but I'm like, cool. I want a garbage pail full of quarters. I have no idea why I wanted that. It was in the corner of my garage. No harm, no foul. And again, this is really embarrassing. Then I go buy my dream car, right? Yes. And I pull up and, kind of the nose of the vehicle is pointing at the quarters. Not like 2 weeks later, I have a freaking nightmare that the garbage can explodes because it's freaking heavy.
Yeah.
And just damages the front end of my car. The next day, those quarters start going away. I start loading bags and taking them to the bank. And like a week later, they're all gone. It was like $13,000 in quarters or I was like, those quarters are gone. Not damaging my car.
That is awesome.
So yeah, but that was like 8 years in the making or 7 years. It was, I remember that night. I remember getting the car, pointing it, it was like 90% full at this point. And then awesome. I have a dream that it cracks and it like pelts my car with quarters and like damages the front end paint. I was like, gotta go. That's funny. But yeah, my it's been great. I have coin operated. I have there's one building I have.
Yeah.
Because they will get, or at least they try to get broken into. It's amazing that people try to get the quarters. Oh, I've had probably 8 attempts in 12 years. A couple of them, they got it. They just ripped the top off and they break it elsewhere. So it does happen. I had one get hit twice in a year. So there is a service. It's called Web, I think it's called, at least in California, where you split them 50-50. So the complex that got hit twice in a year, I split with them. But all the other ones I still get bags of money about every 6 months or so. So I like it. I like it. It's more income, right? So
yeah. Well, and so love the income. So I have my story, which was, so I'm sitting there at night and I'm thinking I'm channeling inner Dion of laziness.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I am not going to count these and I can't turn my kids, Sam can count.
Yeah.
But has no coordination. So I'm knocking those stacks of quarters over. That's a project that will never happen.
Yeah, right. Not yet.
Right. And Bryn is coordinated enough, but she counts 1, 2, 3, 7. So that does me no good.
That is out.
That does me no good. So I'm like, well, now that's not going to work out. So I kind of go through it and I'm like, what's the best way to do this? So that I'm like, weigh it.
Exactly.
So a quarter weighs 5.67 grams.
Yep.
What's interesting is there are 453 grams in a pound. What's interesting more is that 5.67 goes into 453, 79.99 times. So it's basically 80 quarters.
Correct.
So 80 quarters is $20. So $20 is a pound of quarters.
Yes.
So now my bag has, this is how much it weighs. This is what that equals for number of quarters. This is how much the dollar is. And I just put a tag on my Ziploc bag.
Exactly.
And now it's a matter of storage.
Yeah. Well, it's stored. I mean, some banks will take them, but you don't bring them until you call them and ask.
Yeah.
Because I had a bank that I took them to. It's like, we're not counting these.
Yeah. National. So now there's a national coin shortage.
Yeah, of course.
They're actually happy to get them now.
Oh, well, yeah, I could test that. I have a couple of pounds in my garage in bags, not a garbage can.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm telling you. So now's the time. So I think the all in all, what's really interesting is through this exercise.
Oh, I got one more thing for you.
Please. Yeah, go ahead.
You obviously know this, but this is how geeky I was the first time I went through I'm emptying the bags and I counted them, right? For a little while. Yeah. You can actually find silver quarters.
You can.
Yeah. I think I went through about, I think I found a silver quarter about every $1,000. So it's not a lot, but will find them.
Isn't it silver's like what, 64 and before?
I think it's 67 and before or 66 and before, but yeah, I don't know. You look up the date.
Yeah.
They're 90% silver. I have, I don't know. I think I found 12 or 13 of them over the years.
And right there, that's probably like $4 worth of silver.
Oh, it's much more than that.
Or $5 worth of silver.
Yeah.
Because they're less than the silver dollars, but still.
Yeah. Still.
I'll take it.
I'll take them. I have a little thing of silver quarters. Like I never would have found them otherwise.
So I had gone down this adventurous path with a 6 unit that I own. I had kind of a weird spare room and people would use it as storage. And I'm like, that sucks. I'm not making any money from that.
Right.
And it's wasted space. And I can't put laundry in each unit because it's like 6, it's three layers. It's a three level. So I was like, you know what? Let's turn it into a laundry room.
Sure.
And so believe it or not, that was a super expensive room.
Oh, I'm sure it was. You got to run plumbing and venting and
plumbing, venting, drains, insulation, flooring. Like
Yeah.
That room is small.
Yeah.
Like, would you like to take a guess at how much that room cost me?
Well, how close was water?
I did the project. It was on the other side of the house, of course.
Of course. Yeah. So you're probably talking $8,000, maybe $9,000.
Nailed it. Yeah. I think I was right around $10,000 all in everything. That was flooring, water, drains, heat, because I had to put heat in there too.
Oh, heat. That's true.
So I had to put like a strip of heat in there. So yeah, so it's $10,000. And then
for 6 units? Yeah, the machines aren't cheap. Yeah.
Nope. So I'm waiting to see. It's probably going to take me 87 years to recoup my costs.
Well, yeah, I mean, seriously. Fuck. So 6 units. What do you charge a load?
So it is, I think it's $350 to wash, or it's $6 combined.
All right. So let's say you make $4 because you got to pay water and all that other stuff.
Exactly. Yep.
And okay, so let's just do the math. Let's say you spent $10,000.
I wasn't expecting to spend $10,000. Let me just make that clear.
Well, you need 2,500 loads.
Okay.
So that's not crazy.
That's not crazy.
So, and you have 6 units?
Yeah, you figure 6 units, you figure at least 4 loads a week, right?
So that's 420. Let's call it 420 loads a person or a unit.
Yep.
And then you divide by 2 loads a week?
At least.
That's it. What are they? 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms? What's in there?
2 bedrooms. Yep.
Let's do 4 loads.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's not bad. So that's, worst case, that's 2 years. That's reasonable.
Yeah. Yeah, but I haven't bought machines yet, Mike.
Oh, all right. Well, throw out another couple of grand. Well, now you're pot committed.
Well, that's the problem. Yeah.
You're buying the machines.
Yeah. I wish I were as nerdy figuring out the budget for that part of the building as I was figuring out how much a freaking quarter weighs.
Yeah, you may not have started it, but once you started it, you are finishing it now.
Well, that was literally a thing, because I'm like, you know what, we'll go with closed cell foam in the walls to make sure there's no issues. Yeah. And then, and I saw some of the numbers coming in. I was like, okay, is that all done? He goes, no, that's just running water to the room.
Yeah, we just got the water there.
And I was like, what do you mean you just got the water in there? And he goes, well, yeah, now we got to drain it out. I was like, what do you mean drain it out? Like, what the hell? And then to get the hot water, I had to have a water tank.
Of course. Yeah.
So I run the water tank off the house panel.
I'm sure.
So I am very interested to see what my return on capital is going to be on this. It's probably not going to be very good in the short term.
Yeah, but if you ever sell it, that's more income. You throw that income on your NOI, NOI at a cap rate, it'll come out a win.
Right. Well, I think that's the other thing too, is looking at it and saying, in a building that's only 6 units, not having it in unit, but having it on prem where you can do it. And if you need to, I would think that certainly you've got that money coming in. But I think the other thing too, is it probably makes it a more appealing unit that you can charge more for.
Absolutely. Well, that, and you're also going to, again, I don't know what winters are like. I don't know what freezing is, but I'm going to guess it's not 32. Fun going to the laundromat. Yeah. So I think having units, I mean, I know that, but I was trying to be one of your tenants, like in December. Oh, yes. I'm going to do laundry at home in a comfortable environment, or I'm going to load up and go to the laundry mat. They're going to do. So I think you're going to have it's a good investment. It will make the building worth more, which is important. Are you going to do stackable and get 2 in there, or are you going to get 2 sets?
I'm going to do 2 sets stackable. Yeah. So washer, dryer. Yep.
Yeah. That's smart. I think, when I was first thinking about the numbers, I thought they were bad, but they're actually not that bad. A 2-year payback's not horrible.
Yeah. So now the next thing is that, so I called to order said machines.
Oh yeah. They're back. They're back.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
They're on a boat somewhere.
Yeah. He said, good news. I can get them for you. I said, that's great news. How fast? May of 22. And I go, really? He goes, yeah. I'm like, you're not going to be upset if I shop elsewhere, right?
Yeah.
He goes,
yeah. The other thing you could do is they sometimes have them used.
Yeah.
Used. Yeah.
Yep. So I found them used. I did find some used.
You got to watch the plug though. I mean, I had one idiot one time buy gas dryers when they were supposed to be electric. That was a waste. Oh, yeah. Dumbass. Don't make that mistake again.
Priceless. Any other thoughts on coin op laundry, Mike?
I would say, it's extra income, makes the building more. I can't tell you how many people I know that have coin op that just keep the quarters. It's probably one of the reasons there's a coin shortage out there. Yeah, don't. And again, a garbage can hold about 12 or 15 grand worth of quarters. Ask me how I know, because I can't.
It's the greatest transfer of wealth in our lifetime.
Yeah, exactly. Don't damage my car. I still remember hearing it in my dream. Tick, 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 tick. Oh, my car.
That's awesome. Mike, where can everybody find you, my friend?
One rental at a time.
Awesome. And Sundays, 11:30 a.m. Eastern time, Lumberjack Landlord on YouTube. We go 3 hours live stream, and Mike does his 11 a.m. on Eastern time on Saturdays. And Dion, I think, does his
Tuesdays at 6.
Tuesdays at 6.
And now 5, I think. I think he's doing it 5 West Pacific. So it goes longer on the East Coast.
So 8 p.m. East Coast time. I know that's how I fell asleep last week. It was quite pleasant.
Nice. You know, get a little voice.
Yeah. You're like, but not today.
Not today.
I was like, I'm going to bed.
Awesome.
Thanks, Mike. See you in segment 2.
You got it. Thanks.